All right, hello, beautiful people of the Cellar. It's a Lulu, and it is the end of April already. We got just a few more days before it is May. So whoopty doo, okay? It's raining cats and pit bulls outside. Okay, at first it was just a little sprinkle, and now it's just a whole. It's getting dark early. Okay, all right. So today I want to talk about people who died a long time ago. And it's not that they actually transitioned into they didn't actually transition into the other realms in the sense of they are no longer a functioning body. They're no longer using their meat suit. But I guess you could say it like people who got caught up in a way of life, a way of doing, a way of being, and have decided to stay there, right? And there are a number of factors that may play a part in it, right? We know that, right? So, people who died a long time ago and how to handle them. So, I was having a conversation, how it came up, because I was like, I don't know what I'm talking to them about today, because I had been keeping up with a theme in the past and recent months, but we'll get back together in May, okay? But at any rate, I was like, what am I going to talk to them about? And I was having a conversation and someone came up who I haven't talked to in a very long time, and the person who um, I was talking to made the statement that, oh, that person died a long time ago, and I was like, okay, you better preach to him, okay, you better say it then, okay, and I was like, that's what I'm gonna talk about, because in this day and age you do find that it is kind of interesting, right, that people hold on to, I call it dead weight, it is dead weight, but people hold on to people who really, there should be some type of releasing, letting go, and departing with the person instead of holding on to it. And that also goes back into the four agreements as well, where we have certain, let go of expectations, um, be so much so in the fifth dimension that you are willing to live loosely, in a sense of not having certain expectations of people, especially when they're showing you who they are. So I wrote down a couple of points that I wanted to go across, but of course, I'm pretty sure many of you have your own points, and hopefully you will comment those. But you got to notice where they are in their life. That's one way to notice, begin to really see where people are coming from, and if um, they have become stagnant in the sense of early dementia, but not dementia in the textbook sense. Dementia or lucid in the sense of living in a time frame that they have never outgrown. They haven't self-developed enough to move forward. And you find that a lot in when people get caught up in emotional traps. They begin to get so caught up in um, another person. It could be a relationship. They get so caught up in another person that they lose themselves. You never want to lose yourself. You want to make sure that you take care of your whole separate and uniqueness, so that you can continue to be what it is that you came here to be. And that's the other part of it. A lot of people don't live in their purpose because they lack vision. They don't live in their purpose because they're not connected and knowing that, this is just the middle of the game. This isn't the end of the game. You got to keep going. You got to keep moving. So sometimes people who have already died get caught up in spaces where all they know is where they are and what they've been doing. So they become comfortable, or begin to be so caught up in another person that they forget to live. They forget to live for themselves as well as that person. They don't live for that person. They think they do. They're really living for a part of that person that was filling a void for them, that allows for them to be comforted in the shadows and the void. All right. Notice their repetitive cycles, their repetitive thoughts, their repetitive actions, their repetitive emotions, right? It's one thing for someone to say that they're going to do something. It's another thing to fucking do it, okay? It's the equivalent of someone apologizing to you to keep you around, but they don't want to do the work that's necessary to change their patterns of behavior, because it's easier to say something to you than to do something to and for you. It's easier tell you something than it is to make something happen. And if you are not demanding certain things to happen in a certain type of way when it comes to people playing on your top, then they will continue to do it. The other thing is notice the years, the age, notice the years that they bring up and the age that they were. More than likely, that is where they are stuck. They are caught up in a realm of time where that is all they know. It's kind of the equivalent of becoming so obsessed with an error, so obsessed with something that you did, something that you accomplished, something that happened to you that hurt you, whatever it is. It's the equivalent of that, to the point where you have people who will bring up their accolades from 10, 15 years ago, but what are your accolades for today, right? And your accolades could easily be, I gave birth to a beautiful bouncing baby boy, beautiful girl. Girls are sugar and spice and everything nice. So um, that will tell you a lot about a person. Even if someone is still bringing up hurts and trials that came up, but they're not talking about how they dealt with it, or they don't want to talk about it, they're always a victim. So you really want to be I was about to say cognitive. You really want to be you know um, discerning, right? You want to be able to discern what's really happening, discern the truth from fiction. I mean, the truth from a fable. You want to discern, facts from, opinions, or facts, be objective. Okay. In certain terms, because sometimes, if a person is caught up in a loop, if they're caught up in a cycle, if they're caught up in a simulation, you'll get caught up in it. You see. The other thing is how to surrender them, right? And I'm pretty sure many of you have your ways of surrendering them, but surrendering them is has more to do with your thought process. Not just you saying, I'm just tired, I'm not dealing with this motherfucker. I'm pretty sure you have your reasons. But surrendering them has a lot to do with they don't want no help. And you can't foresee it, even the help that they have possibly gotten. The even people who are always discouraged, they're never encouraging or can be encouraged, right? um Surrender them if they destroy parts of your life, parts of your being, parts of your self-esteem, parts of your job, parts of what it is that makes you who you are, right? When people begin to destroy pieces of you, the longer it may be, like mice nibbling at a big hunk of cheese the size of watermelon. It's gonna take a mouse some time to eat that watermelon, that cheese the size of watermelon, but it will if you give it time. Okay, if you don't go in there and put a little trap out, okay, you give it time, right? And you want to make sure that you begin to see the signs and symbols, because there may be some type of symbols that represent things that this person and your connection to this person is doing to you overall. The other one is if they are feeding an addiction, right? And the addiction doesn't have to necessarily be a drug. The addiction can be food, addiction can be shopping, the addiction can be anything that they are doing not in moderation. And it connects to that pattern that comes with where they are stuck. All right. Um, then you want to look at the cording between the two, right? What is it about you that feeds them? Because of course you are good, you are brilliant, you are beautiful, you are an essential part of people's lives. So what about you that feeds them? And then you got to look at that really really closely, and don't play yourself, don't fool yourself, because what you have that feeds them, maybe something that drains some part of you, drains you. So what part of you that feeds them? Try not to be like, well, like say for instance, this is someone that you go and have drinks with, or this is someone that you go shopping with, like y'all do activities together, but you notice that this person wants to go and do those activities, but they kind of drain the fun out of it, or they overdo things to the point where they're comparing their overdoing things to your doing things on your time and your budget, right? So maybe that is something that you think that what you are feeding them is companionship. You think that what you are feeding them is, they don't have anybody else that's willing to go with them. I go with them, so I'm feeding them that communal energy. And what you're really feeding them is a reason to continue. You're validating what it is that they are doing and how they are doing stuff. Because anytime you feed the negative attributes of someone, you are giving them permission to continue to do it, especially if they are not self-aware. The other thing I wanted you to look over as well is, now what about them that feeds you? This is the courting. What about them? What is it about them that feeds you? Be very honest with yourself, because maybe you're a nurturer or a caregiver by heart. These are the things, the traits of an empath and a healer. What if you are a nurturer and a caregiver by heart? You're an authority figure in the lives of child souls, baby souls, children. People seek your counsel. So what is it about you that you've noticed that really feeds them, right? And when you pay attention to how that works and if it's healthy or not, right, you need to begin to go ahead and cut that cord, right? And what's so crazy is that we live in a society that puts it in place that certain things are a must, right? People are basing things on their standards, right? What are your standards? What are the laws that govern you? And how is this person or people crossing those lines? How are they crossing those boundaries? How are they expecting more of you than what it is that you have to offer? That's it. All right. So, the first thing that we're going to get into is the self care deck, because this is self care. All right. And I think this does go along the lines of most of what we talked about this month. Excuse me. What do you have here for these beautiful people? Give us 3 cards. All right. Here's the first card. Clean your space. All right. What do you have here for these beautiful people here that may need to hear it? Make a meal. What do you have here? One more card. Make a meal and take a walk. Clean your space, make a meal, take a walk. It sounds about right to me. You want to digest that food, don't it? Process that food. See what that food is telling you as you digest it, right? All right. And also clear out some of those toxins, because nowadays we don't know what the fuck we eating if we don't grow it ourselves. Okay, raise it and grow it ourselves, child. All right, so clean your space here, and this is really getting out some things. It's a number 9, so this is really getting out some things that may be harmful, right? Some of you may need to change your air filters for your air conditioner or your heater, whatever it is. Okay. Um, Communicate with the sky with that clean your space. All right. There's something outside that needs to say something to you. Okay. Be mindful, be present, be aware. Okay. Let me see what this has anything to do with. Also, when you're cleaning your space, you want to put on some type of loose garment. Make sure that you're very comfortable, something very flowy, right? If you're a man, jogging, not jogging pants, but y'all know what y'all be. Just let your balls hang. Okay, today will be a good day. This weekend will be a good weekend to let your balls hang, let your nuts swing. Okay. Speak clarity into your space while you're wiping it and cleaning it. That's what I'm getting from this. Speak clarity into your space. Speak clarity into everything that you touch. All right. Cleanse and cleanse it as you're cleansing it. Speak clarity into it. Clear thoughts, clear connection, clear motivation. Tell it what it is doing. All right. What is this? Clean your space here. Archangel Uriel. Your emotions are healing, which enables you to open up to greater love. I will help you release anger about and unforgiveness from your heart and your mind. So cleaning your space may have a lot to do with that. Maybe you have remnants of the person that you've dealt with in your energy, in your space, but also this will be a good to do when it comes to getting your gears grinding, because some of you may have been kind of depressed or feeling low or being in a space where you just, don't know what direction to go. So cleansing your space will get things moving and grooving. You'll see a lot of memories that bring you back to like square one. You may even, just being able to clear the clutter in your space will also have you to open up a lot of what it is that you are releasing or need to release. So keep that in mind while you are cleansing your space. The next one is make a meal. Hello, do it. Like it is cute. Now, you do want to, when you are cooking, this is the number 32. So this is the three moving into a two, creating a five, which is changing, changes in diet, changes in habit, or some type of collaboration that brings in duality, balance, as well as unity that brings in this meal. So you may be cooking a meal here for yourself or others that is going to really change the dynamic. And that does happen, especially if you are dealing with someone who you've been dealing with for quite some time and you haven't pulled all your tricks out, because you don't pull all your tricks out, okay, for just no antibody. And you surely don't pull all your tricks out to try and prove your worth, right? A little bit at a time. What was the name of that book? Why Men Love Bitches. Check that book out. All right. So let's see here. But yeah, because what happens is you surprise a person like, what? I didn't know that you had that in you. All right. Some of y'all are plating food. Okay. So do you. I won't snitch on your child because it's not my business. All right. But if you're a good plating specialist, that'll work for you as well over the course of this next week. What does this make a meal have to do with? I'm leading you to the answers that I'm leading you to toward the answer to your prayers. Please listen to and follow the steps I can communicate through your mind, through your intuition, your thoughts, and your dreams. So there's something here with the way that you eat, what you eat, how you eat, the way that you prepare food, or what have you. That something will be communicated to you. So maybe you are the type of person that listens to music when you're cooking. It really does, because when you're cooking, you want to anticipate the greatness, but be the greatness so that your magical hands can make things happen, right? That's why good cooks, when people cook, are really good at cooking, we tell them, you put your arm in this, you put a lot of effort and a lot of yourself in this, okay? So anytime you think about somebody who can cook very well, it's like you have such a beautiful memory of them, and you connect those good memories to that person. And usually people who can cook really, really good, and it's just something about it. That movement, that little bounce shake that your aunt and them used to do and stuff like that. When they be in there cooking, your mama do or whatever. Okay, your mama, your aunt they do that little bounce shake, and they want you to come taste it a little bit because they know that they acting up. Here, taste this for me. And they just stand there and look, waiting for you to you don't really need to validate it because they know that they food bumping and jumping. Okay, so there's some type of answer that comes in meal prep. There's some type of answer that comes in creating food, but touching it. It's about touching it and all the ingredients that go in it, but also maybe the sounds that you hear. The aroma of the food is going to really present something to you. You may get some type of electricity going throughout your body. You have an epiphany. I really like it. It's really cute. Now, y'all see, I'm on my good girl stuff today because I got a group call today. And we have a Zoom meeting at 4 p.m. Central. All right. So some of you, by the time you see this, you may not be able to make it, but if you can, I would love for you to join us. The next one is take a walk, honey. Take a walk. And that's number 52, a five moving into a two, chaos moving into balance, creating what it is that you need to release and let go of. So when you are walking and really feeling the ground beneath your feet, really taking a meditative walk where your entire existence begins to, your body begins to feel all of the rays of the sun. We ain't got it outside, but we can still feel stuff from the atmosphere. The trees are talking to you. The flow of the wind and the breeze of the wind is really allowing you to feel everything. Every part of your being is on fire. You are lit. And what I'm getting with this take a walk is that there's going to be a lot of activity, body wisdom activity. You may even feel some pulses in your feet or moving up your feet. Maybe there's a certain meditation that you do that will allow for this to really occur with more intention. They want you to, stay on the straight and narrow with this walk. So maybe some of you are adventurous and be taking your ass somewhere you don't need to go. Okay, stay out the goddamn woods. All right. Let me see. Today, this week, whatever. What is this take a walk here for my beautiful people? Chill. Chantel, you might just meet somebody out there. A new romance is imminent. I think I'll put on my eyelashes because I'm looking like Kermit the Frog, child. All right. Either with a newcomer or through reignited passion in your existing relationship. Be open to giving and receiving here. So some of you may get a call or a text from someone while you are out and walking, getting moving, pulling your energy back to yourself, because maybe that's what you need to do as well. Center yourself. Maybe that's who it is. Maybe you've dealt someone that you've dealt with that you feel as though maybe they died a long time ago, right? In the relationship. And maybe that's who will, once you pull all of your energy back, you say what you need to say, do what you need to do. Look, I'm taking a walk, put on your Apple Watch, your cute shoes, get it together, go for the walk, and you pull all your energy back. You're really being mindful, present, and aware, absorbing all this beautiful energy, being very centered and focused, and boom, they call or text you. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes it can be that simple. You really got to pull yourself back together, because anytime your energy continues to lurk in someone else's energy that you have been intimate with, that is a different type of courting that really will take some time for you to bump it down and get it right. Okay. So now let's use our crystal healing cards here briefly. What do you have here for these beautiful people in the cellar for it? Mookite, Jasper. All right. I love Jasper. All right. Oh, I put the book back. So we have Mookite, Jasper. All right. So let's see what Jasper talking about, honey, because there's so many of them. There's a lot of different breeds. All right, so Mukai, okay. Balances inner and outer experiences. It encourages versatility and openness to new experiences, helping you to choose the right path. A powerful being, this is a self-understanding. You are a powerful being. You have roots that go far back in the past. What you dreamed, you created. Reap rewards or rectify imbalances. Turn failure into a learning experience and start again. All right. Remember to offer friendship to assist others who tread the same path. Your instinctive wisdom inspires them. I don't know if y'all can see it, but this light up here is blinking. Divination says check your diet, put your skills to use vigorously. Adventurous times lie ahead. Worry not. Fret ye not. Better stop it. You are protected against deceit and enemies. Recognize your strengths. Stay positive and pragmatic. Reject unrealistic ideas. Avoid pride and despair. You have stamina. Okay. Wait patiently. All right. Don't use it all up in one place trying to figure it out. If two courses of action are open, go for the straightforward one. A professional challenge, such as a job interview or a presentation, is successful. The healing insight is you are what you eat. Good nutrition and wholesome organic foods sustains your well-being. Okay, makes sense, don't it? With the self-care stuff. The frequency says earthly to medium. The chakra is the earth star, base, and sacral. Timing is what Leo ho. And the soul path is dreaming, drawing on ancestral wisdom. Drawing on ancestral wisdom. All right. Um, and that goes back to that what keeps coming up about ancestors and all of those things. We just really do have to be careful with just going into things without proper mentorship. We have to be very careful with connecting to just any and everybody, because even in this realm, we can't just connect with no any and everybody, right? Because especially when it comes to not really knowing what people want, and you pay attention to people and recognize their patterns and what they're saying and what they ain't saying, what they do and what they don't do, and you realize more than what it is that that you initially perceived, right? And that also goes with ancestors. So it's like, you got to be careful with doing that, even with people who want to open their third eye or want to travel to other dimensions and do all of the things, right? In the mediumship 101 class, I was telling them that, everybody ain't meant to do that. Let your gift be what it is and hone that one until you can get proper guidance, right? Some people are self-guided, self-taught in a sense, because everybody always had their gifts. It's just that when you go into trying to open up other gifts and move into other realms and things like that, because I've seen where people who are extremely brilliant when it comes to being able to read Akashic records and all the things, they can really, see some wild shit, but they also have a lot of attachments because of how far they go and what they communicate with. And you'll notice what realm they're more connected to than others. You can always tell what realm a person is connected to more than the others, right? You can tell if they are more in the dark, right, than they should be. Okay, especially with that type of gift, because of course when you open up like that, you see so much, to the point where you need to know what you're going to do with this, and then what it is that you're going to do to make sure that you know who you are, so that you don't lose yourself, because that's what attachments do. They feed off of parts of you that are weak, and if those weak parts don't come to the forefront of your consciousness, and you are aware that you need to change something, they will begin to fester and grow in your weakest points, and they become strong in that space. That's why you have people who do dark work that are very strong in that dark work, because they connect to that dark work in that sense, right? That was a 1 2. Whatever. What information do you have here? It's a good day to have a good day, child. Be there for you. Shit, you better. No two ways about it. Be there for you. When it comes down to it, when you look left and right, most days, most of your days, you got to look at who is right there, right? Who is there for you. This reminds me, um, back when I was in corporate America, all of the girls had a mirror on their desk. You check your makeup, you check your eye, make sure you ain't got nothing right here. Okay. Um, you look at yourself every now and then, but if you have a mirror on your desk, do your affirmations in that mirror throughout the day, because at the end of the day, nobody's going to be there for you the way that you are there for you, no matter how much, because you don't want to put too much on other people anyway, right? So it says it's time to let yourself off the hook, honey. Don't interpret the behavior of other people or circumstances outside of your control to indicate something negative about you. That goes with what we were talking about. Okay, good. All right. Um, you can learn from your choices more easily if you stop punishing yourself whenever you feel that you've made a mistake. Even the decisions that we regret can help us grow wiser when we swap judgment for compassion. Sometimes we can only learn what we need to know from what doesn't work out so well at the time. Forgive yourself, have your own back, be the fuck good to you. It says it here. Can you read it? No, you can't. You need to figure it out. Okay. Now, then, the spiritual guidance is you have an open, sensitive, beautiful heart. Sometimes the world cannot meet that heart of yours on equal terms. Hello. Sometimes the hearts of others are just too closed and afraid, honey. That's okay, because it's part of why you were born, all right? To help heal and open the hearts of the world. You are wise, you are beautiful, you are loved. Okay. And you know what your purpose is, to shine the beauty of your divine heart freely for all to experience. You never have to close down or turn away from that sacred purpose in this world. You ain't got to do that. But you do deserve to be safeguarded and protected. Know that you have your own motherfucking back. Know that you have your own motherfucking back. Don't piss me off. When fearful, angry people lash out in pain, trying to hurt others because they cannot get past their own hurt, do not make it about you, because it's really not. Okay, because people that don't know how to communicate in a logical fashion, a rational fashion, to get their point across, how much of it, like, unless something just happened in their life that was traumatic, you can kind of see where, I see why you are being irrational right now, right? But in about 5 10 years, that same shit can't happen. Okay. All right, your heart knows how to love you and protect you, whilst it has compassion for the suffering that another may be feeling. Remember that you must be there for your motherfucking self, nurturing your own heart and plenty of love. Give to yourself just as you give to the what motherfucking world, okay? With kindness and generosity. Don't allow anyone or anything make you forget what is real and true. The wisdom and love that fills your own divine heart and helps heal the what motherfucking world. The sacred ritual says place one hand on your belly and one hand on your heart. Sway a little from side to side, my favorite way to glide. Side to side. Okay. Imagine that as you sway, there is a river of energy that travels between your two hands. The river of energy swirls and flows around your hips and your heart. It feel good too. All right. leaving you inspired and really, really good. Leaving you feeling inspired and really, really good. You now have twice the amount of energy. Say aloud, I am a fortress of divine love. I am a fortress of divine love. I stand strong in my divine presence. I am peacefully and powerfully me. With a beautiful heart, divinely protected. With a beautiful heart, divinely protected. I'm trying to figure it out. Stay connected like a Rolex necklace. All right. Now I'm out this bitch like a bouncing baby boy. All right. So we will be having a group coaching call here in about a minute. But I pray that you have a very wonderful week. Do something new, something exciting, something adventurous. Go off the beaten path a little bit, not too much on that walk though. Some of y'all need to stay safe. It's some wild people outside. Okay. Somebody said that they were going up a hiking trail and found a animal's heart just sitting there. No drag marks, no nothing, just sitting there. No, and nothing eating off of it. It was just sitting there. What's going on? Keep your ass out the forest. Forest. All right. All right. So I'll talk to y'all in about a minute. I appreciate you. I love you. And I pray that you love yourself more than you could ever imagine. Say that. Yeah. I love myself more than I can ever imagine. Because at the end of the day, you never really know how much you love yourself until you roll up out of her. People can say that they love themselves and do all the things, but having unconditional love for yourself is very important. Stop loving yourself on conditions. Giving yourself conditions on why you love yourself. I love myself more when I lose this stomach. I be goddamn, I'm living up on me right now with this stomach. Been having it too long since I was what 16. Well, it got bigger, but it's neither here nor there. It just is what it is, man. All right, all right.